Welcome to Travel with Carisha. Sit back and buckle up while I take you on an adventure detailing my experience in Beijing, China. Although I had a good time, it was intense. Due to the dark complexion of my skin, I received lots of attention. I now know how celebrities feel because everywhere I went, it was as if I was on display. And in this clip here, this such a sweet woman came up to me and she was so happy. She wanted a picture. And of course I did. I obliged anyone who asked for a picture. I had no problems. I love people. I love taking pictures. So it was really an honor to do so. And I'm recording because I'm recording, of course, for my YouTube channel. But the expectation, if you go to China and you are a woman of color, you will definitely be asked for pictures nonstop. You will receive nonstop stares. And for me personally, I decided to take the pictures because I really don't mind. And I like taking pictures. I love people. But there were people hiding behind buildings, hiding behind other people, lining up, grouping up. And look at this guy. He sees me and he's just looking. And honestly, a lot of people I didn't notice until I went back and watched the film. But as I was stating, groups of people gathering in groups around me to take photos. So it definitely became overwhelming. And it most likely will be overwhelming for you. But this was my experience, so I wanted to share that in the event that you do go to Beijing or possibly even another area of China. And in this clip, someone came up to me. I wish I would have gotten the person on camera, but I did not. So they were asking me how long had I been in China, where was I from, when was I leaving, and so I'm just having a conversation that I'm waving by. And in this clip, you can't see the person, but someone else came up to me and I was actually filming and having a conversation with them. And they wanted me to go out that night, but I turned that down because it just wasn't something I was interested in. And then here I am at Temple of Heaven, and this sweet lady comes up to me for a picture. So anyone that asks me for a picture or to be in my video, I also ask them to, well, not anyone, maybe 10 people that asked. I asked to take a picture of them as well so I could have, pictures for my collection. Kind of give and take thing. But continuing on at Summer Palace and just admiring the view, continuing to record for my YouTube channel. And here I went to a jewelry store. Very interesting interaction with this lady. I was walking around the store and she was following me. It was so much to the point where, every step I take, she would take a step. And finally I had to tell her, ma'am, I'm not going to still have money to pay for whatever I need. And she said that she didn't think I was going to steal. It was my skin. And I said, well, what about my skin? And she said, it's dark. She said, you're beautiful. I said, well, thank you. So are you? And then she asked how old I was. And I said, well, how old are you? She said she was 45. I said, well, you're beautiful. You look really, really good. And she went on to tell me that I was beautiful because I was not dark. And I immediately knew what she was trying to say. And I explained to her, even if I was darker, I would still be beautiful because we are beautiful in all complexions, whether we're closer to white or whether we're dark or even darker than I am. It's still beautiful. We come in all different shades and there's beauty in everyone. And so she said that she prefers for her skin to be as white as possible because she feels like that is more beautiful. And I asked her why, why does she feel like her skin has to be white to be beautiful? And she just explained it comes from, a long history, and that she feels as in her culture, white skin symbolizes power and it equates to beauty. And it even dates back to the first dynasty. Skin color had all determined your social status, and darker skin belongs to those of a lower social status. And she even mentioned the dragon lady, as you can see here. This was Empress Dowager Fuji, also known as the Dragon Lady. And just a really quick history about her: she led over 400 million Chinese for over 5 decades. She ruled, and she was really bigger than life, a force to be reckoned with. She did have a reputation for spending, but she was really trying to become cosmopolitan and adopt Western ideas. And as a female in a male-dominated court, she wanted to show that she was legitimate and could rule. But she was beautiful, admired, and the lady I was speaking to explained how how she had lighter skin, and they had the picture in their shop. And she said that that's someone that they've always looked to. But then she proceeded to give me beauty tips. I was like, okay. And she basically stated how Americans, we like ice with our drinks, but they like things to be warm, even water, because it kills different toxins in your body. And they drink different teas, and she uses different creams on her skin. And of course, she shields herself to protect herself from the sun. And tries to do anything and even spend money to make sure that her skin is as light as possible. And I continued on my journey. And this clip is so funny because the lady tapped the guy to point him in my direction so that he could see me. I just thought that was hilarious. And then I was at a restaurant here, and it was people were propping their phone up on tables, sneaking, getting pictures. So here I am with my mouth open and people taking pictures. And the owner noticed it, the restaurant owner, and she actually moved me to a different area so that I could eat in peace. And I thought that was nice because without me saying anything, she noticed what was going on and moved me. So that was nice because I don't mind taking pictures, but I don't want pictures on the internet of me with my mouth wide open eating food. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I was singing, being silly, but just really enjoying myself, just taking everything in. And of course, you can see the looks. And then he waved. I thought that was cute. But this here is at the Great Wall of China. He wanted me to take a picture with him in my phone, actually, so I could take it back to my country, he explained. So I took the picture. I thought that was really nice. He was really cool. And then here I continue on the Great Wall of China. This was a security guard, and he wanted a photo. So of course I had him take a photo with me as well. And I was trying to do my China video because I always state which country I'm in. And these wonderful ladies, you can see they're trying to get my attention. They wanted pictures, so I finished filming and took pictures with them. Overall, it was a good trip, intense, but thank you for watching.